Thanks for inviting me to be a speaker on the Beijing Forum. Can you hear me? Okay. And it's an honor for me to be here and to present Russian experience in the field of social impact measurement and social investment. So I would like to start with their brief historical background. Evaluation as a new field for practice was firstly introduced in Russia in 2000 when an international program evaluation network has been established with their aim to develop program and policy evaluation into a profession on the territory of these countries. By the end of 2014, more than 500 of members were in this association. Not all of them work as evaluators, but many are involved in the activity related to their project and programs evaluation. Just 6 months ago, in May 2014, the new association has been established in Russia. It is an association of specialists in program and policy evaluation, which is ASPP. And because IPN now decreasing its activity, it seems that this new organization is going to become the main professional association of evaluators in Russia. So I would like to define the first characteristic of the current situation in the field of impact measurement in Russia is that we have a professional society of specialists in evaluation and impact measurement that has been formed in Russia for the past 14 years. Then, IPN and ASPP, the organizations that I mentioned before, are actively involved in international evaluation society. They actively participate in international conferences. They invite representatives from abroad to conferences that they annually held. And as well as they published materials like digests and books about international experience in the field of social project and program evaluation, and nowadays about the impact measurement as well. In 2003, IPAN's representative became a board member of International Organization for Cooperation in Evaluation, so it also can be as an indicator that Russian specialists, they are involved in the International Society of Evaluators. In Russia, we also have some special sources that accumulate international experience in the field of evaluation and social impact measurement. So one of the non-government organizations, which is Evolution and Philanthropy, they publish monthly digests with the latest materials about evaluation and social impact measurement based on their materials from abroad. They also have a special library of materials, like materials of conferences and publications from abroad. And this library is also open and free to use. And these NGOs also participate in foreign initiatives such as APS Network and GENE, as we already heard from other speakers today. So I would like the second characteristic of the current situation in social impact measurement in Russia is that we try to follow international agenda in studying foreign experience. Well, based on the mentioned characteristics, we can assume that there are specialists in Russia experienced in social projects and program evaluations. They try to accumulate international experience. And on their slide, you can see like a long list of different tools for social impact measurements. And I took this list from the presentations that were just maybe a couple of weeks ago made in Russia by the Evolution and Philanthropy organization. So we are quite familiar with the instruments that are used for impact measurements in the world. But unfortunately, the experience of using these systems is very limited in Russia. So why? Actually, because we don't have clients for that. Our clients, like who must be clients for impact measurement, like government and non-government organizations, they just in the beginning of process of implementation of social impact measurement procedures in their regular activity. So we can just say about their very beginning of this process. So what government does in this field? Of course, they use different forms of evaluation already, but if we talk in terms of impact measurement, we can say that we don't have like regular procedure for impact measurement, but in 2006, they launched procedure of regulatory impact assessment. So it's not measurement, but assessment, and I would say it's kind of the first step in the field of measurement of the results on the level of social problems. So, since 2006, the procedure of regulatory impact assessment was implemented in 3 experimental regions. And after that, in 2010, government initiated establishment of regular impact assessment departments in the structure of Ministry of Economy. And in 2011, government issued Act, and according to this Act, each law initiated by executive authority that refers to enterprise and investment have to get the procedure of regular impact assessment. And they also describe the procedure of how the local government must conduct this type of assessment. In 2012, the President issued Act about the main ways for improving of governmental management system, and RIA has been mentioned there as one of their ways. And on the table here, on the diagram, you can see the dynamic of implementation of this system, a regulatory impact assessment in different regions of Russia. For the past 3 years, March 2012, then March 2013 and 14. So we can say that now in 80 regions already have a special executive body for regulatory impact assessment. Then 75 regions have a special law, like the local law, that regulate this procedure. And there are around 50 organizations regularly publish summaries, like the results of their regulatory impact assessment, and publish information about the RIA on the official websites. So what about NGOs? I would say that nothing special, nothing unique in Russia, so we just follow the international situation as well. We have a long history for measurement of social effects of non-government organizations, projects and programs, as in other countries as well. But non-government organizations, they use own criteria for evaluation based on project goals, and they use standards for evaluators, standards that evaluators must follow. And this is just a brief example. So all organizations that are included in the United Nations, they must follow the standards that were established by United Nations Evaluation Group. And you can see like a lot of them. And impact evaluation is also one of their like document that has been issued by a United Nations Evaluation Group. So all organizations that also are in Russia, organizations that are included in their United Nations, they of course use these standards in the evaluation of their projects. So what is the third characteristic? That Russian specialists know much in theory, but have limited opportunity to use the knowledge in practice, because as we already see, government as well as non-government organizations, they have limited requests to do impact evaluation measurement. Sorry. So, and one of the factors that affects the development of social impact measurement in Russia is social entrepreneurship, social enterprise. This category has no special regulation system in Russia yet, but we can see an extraordinary growth of this category in Russia. So here is a list of organizations that support social entrepreneurship and social enterprise projects in Russia. Like you see, that a lot of them. And as well as we have a National Russian Award for contribution of the social enterprise promotion. Then we have a catalog of social entrepreneurs in Russia. It's going to be published just in a couple of weeks because it's a project of my organization, and that's why I know. We also have organizations that provide special education programs for social enterprise. And what is interesting for us in the context of our today's meeting is that category of social impact measurement is also in the agenda in Russia, and a representative of the organizations that I mentioned today, the SPP, then research companies and non-government organizations, they are actively involved in the discussion of social impact measurement for social entrepreneurs. And just recently in June, we had the expert meeting, social impact measurement in the field of social enterprise. And just next week, we are going to have a roundtable, a social impact measurement for social enterprise projects for children. So the last characteristics that I would maybe define as a hypothesis is that a social enterprise can foster the development of social impact measurement in Russia. So, but in spite we have a specialist and knowledge, the most important thing is the implementation of the social impact measurement in the regular activity of main actors, which are government, business, and non-government organizations. Thank you very much.